Hey guys, my name is Eric. So today I'm going to be training Soleil. She's part of a breeding program. She was sold to a family. She was brought back for off-leash obedience. So I'm going to kind of put her through the paces so you guys can watch. Down. Good. Great.
Just do a little.
Come here, Soleil. Heel. Good girl. Good. Sit. Good.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh no. All right. So this is a puppy from our breeding program named Storm, and we just did 1 month of sport foundation training with her, and she's about to fly out to Vancouver next week. So we're just gonna pull Storm out and you know, do a little work with her. She's actually been raised by Seema so far, one of our trainers, but Seema's having lunch, so I'm gonna steal her puppy and take him out, or her out I should say, and just do a little work with her. And this is a service that we offer clients. You know, they buy puppies from us. They don't necessarily have to take the puppy right away. We offer, you know, foundation training for the puppies. Everything from crate training, socialization, basic obedience, so on and so forth. All the things your puppy's gonna need. So this is Storm. Let's see what happens when I let her out. Oh, it's Stormy. Good girl. Very nice. Good. Yes. All right, now we'll send her back in. Storm, Ken. There we go. Good. Gotta stay in there. Ken. You go back in. Ken. Storm, Ken. Good girl. Okay. Break. Yes. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. Yes. So for the sport puppies, what we like to do in the beginning is we just, you know, it's not about drilling them relentlessly into different behaviors. It's just about making the learning fun, teaching them how to get to the positions that they're going to need to be able to get to when they're, you know, doing their specific discipline, whatever that happens to be. I think the owner wants to do IGP with this dog. So, you know, we're just working on the sit, stand, down, and just making the learning fun for them. Good girl. Good girl. So that when the owner takes the puppy, they have something that's already kind of been started just a little bit. And yes, good girl. Good girl. Yes. Very nice. That's it. Good girl. Wow. 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 And she's actually doing very well for not being handled by me. I'm actually quite happy with her. Good girl, Stormy. And in the beginning with puppies, like I said, it's not about drilling them. It's about making learning fun, showing them the various behaviors in a positive way, building the foundation for the future. When you need things to be a little bit more serious, then the dog does very well. Good. Yes, good girl. Good.
More by us.
Good. Good job, buddy.
Boy. Okay.
We'll make the transitions faster and faster now. People wonder why we let the dogs carry the arm around, and I'll tell you why after.
Good boy.
They also wonder why we do this, and I'll tell you why after. Oh, very nice.
Good boy.
That's it, take them off.
Yeah, let's go, Bubba's.
People often wonder why we slip the arm, we let the dog carry the arm, because they say that it's not very realistic for protection work. But what you have to understand, when you're giving the dog the basics and drilling the dog what he needs to do and what he needs to understand, you don't just work on the end. There's a whole step-by-step building process that makes the dog that's comfortable biting, that understands how to properly grip and shows the correct behavior and protection work. We let them carry the arm to really teach the dog that, especially the young dogs, that there's security in the bite. If every time he was biting, it was a big stressful experience, which is what a lot of people do that don't know what they're doing. They let the dog bite and it's always this big stressful experience. You hope that he's got enough prey to kind of carry you through it, but usually most people aren't blessed with those kinds of dogs, and usually what you see is a lot of really bad gripping behavior, the dog coming loose, the dog coming off, all this type of stuff, or re-gripping or re-biting and all this type of thing, because that's just, the grip was always big stress. When we train the dog, we teach the dog in the beginning, the grip is a relief from the stress. The stress is me, you're dealing with the man, I'm confronting you, and then you learn that by biting, it relieves the stress in the beginning. Now, of course, later on, you start to make stress on the grip, and then the dog learns that the way to deal with the stress on the grip is to actually counter in or pull or whatever it is you want that specific dog to do in their fighting behavior. But in the beginning, if I did that, especially with a young dog like him, he's a seven-month-old German Shepherd, he'd fall apart because he'd be like, well, I'm biting, I'm giving you everything I have, and it's not doing anything, and you're still being threat towards me, and I don't know how to deal with that, right? So instead, what we do is we teach the dog that the threat and the confrontation's on the man, and the relief of the pressure is in the actual bite. And that's how you kind of get into their heads and you show them the correct behavior. And you see how he was biting, his grips became progressively better as the session went on because he built his confidence, he built his belief in himself, and he started to realize, okay, this guy's kind of making me feel a little bit funny, he's making me feel a little bit like weird, but I bite him and the problem goes away. So this is some little lesson in protection training 101.
She's built for the camera.
Yeah. We had two chihuahuas.
I'm just like your lead here.
And they would walk beside each other. It was hilarious. They would just like walk and they just bump into each other constantly. So this is Chapo. Chapo's a dog we actually sold as a personal protection dog to a client in the United States. But the client has decided that he would like Chapo to come back and do more advanced protection training. So we're happy to take him back. And he's here now. Chapo is a herder, so he's a mix between a German Shepherd and a Malinois. He was not produced here. This is one of the herders that we imported from Europe a while back. And part of the reason why we decided that we were going to do some of our own herders, and we've been really liking our herder litters as well. And Eric, try and calm him. He's a little bit and pull. Yeah, there you go. And the second he goes to pull, we make pressure on that. Yeah. Good boy. And again, down low.
Good job, Chapo. Good boy, Bubba. Good job, Bubba.
Keep him here now a little bit in, so he can breathe. Hey, yeah. Give him, yes, there we go.
Get him.
So we're gonna wait until he's really tired for the outs and he wants to kind of let go. Then we'll ask him to, and then we'll start later on reintroducing the grips. We just want to work him a little bit in the box, get him super confident, and you'll know that you're in the right place when he stays on the end of the box instead of doing all this pulling. He stays there and he wants to stay right there.
Yeah.
Come in. Come in. Good girl, Dizzy. Good. Good girl, Dizzy. And try to flex her just a little bit as you bring her in. Wait. stay up now. That's the punishment. We have to work a little bit harder. Now come in. Good. And walk her a little bit to the side there. And now come in. And good. On your knees on this one. There you go. Good. Again. Good girl. Come back a little bit off the flex there. Hey, good. Good. And wait now. Wait till she really pushes. Come in a little bit off that flex. Come in. There. Good. And again. Come in. Beautiful. Good, and that's it. That's it. Plots. Good girl. Wasn't an ideal session because we didn't have her harness. Certainly someone took her harness home, so she gassed pretty quick. But just good reps for Dizzy. She's just working on building those repetitions, those quality repetitions. You know, coming out of the conflict and more into the gripping behavior that we're looking for. And just building some longevity in those grips. So, good session for Dizzy. Break. Good. 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 Good.